Hi, I'm Sherman. I'm going to take you through the SwitchBox for the Pro level saw. So this applies to the 16, the 18, the 24, and the 36-inch saw. So you bring the camera on over here. What we've done here, this is a SwitchBox that we've done some repairs in. If you can kind of look down in there. You'll see we have another video on as well. This has got a contactor, an Interlock contactor, an e-stop button right here for emergency stop, start button, and a switch box. Part of the benefit of this, when I talk, move the camera here, part of the benefit of this switch box design is it eliminates the issue of you taking a bath if you bump your switch, because that's always what happens. You talk to any Lapidary, they're going to say, yeah, I hate that part. This eliminates that problem. It also provides a little bit more measure of safety on your saw. So to make this thing work, you'll notice there's a switch here. This is your hood switch. This is your start button. I've got my e-stop out. So if I kick on my power, put my hood switch down, push the start, you'll hear my motor starts. And you'll notice that the contactor is engaged. When I disengage that, you know, it drops off. And even if I push the switch down, it's not going to turn back on until I hit that green button. And the green button's going to make the thing work. Now, if you're interested in getting a switch box like this comes standard on units, but you can also go to hplapidary.com, search for SwitchBox, and we sell these as a retrofit that you can put on the other saws. You'll need to add a little tab, like a little angle iron to hit your hood switch, and you can look at our pictures of our other saws, but you can add the safety function to any of the older saws, which is real handy. I want to explain a little bit when you get one of these boxes. When you wire up your motor wire is going to come out of here, and you're going to have three main wires. I'm going to unplug this while I'm pushing my fingers in around here. You're going to see the black wire, the hot, that'll come off of T1. So that black wire that goes to your motor is T1. The white wire here, it comes off of this switch here, this little contactor block, which has the white wires coming from that. And this is for your neutral. When you're in a standard 110 volt single phase, this is your neutral. And then this green wire here comes off this green block, and that's for your ground. So for your motor, you're going to have typically three wires: black, which is hot; white, which is neutral; and green, which is ground. You may have slightly different colors depending on it. You could have a yellow with a green line on it for your ground, but it's typically black and white. So those go in those locations. They slip underneath here. The best way to get this in here is use a small screwdriver and use a needle nose plier. Make sure your wire is real tight, and I'll actually show you one right now. Just pause that for a second. So the trickiest wire to get in here is these ones that go in these little points right here. So the way I do that is I get it so it's wound nice and tight, and I take a little needle nose pliers, which is kind of a nice little tool. See if you can kind of look down in here. I take that needle nose pliers and I slip that in. Make sure that I got that slipped in. I've loosened the screw, slip that wire in. Can you see there? I'm kind of pushing that wire in. Then I'm going to take my screwdriver and slip that down in here and tighten this up. Don't go crazy, but get it snug so it doesn't come loose. And you should have I've got that wire probably a little long, probably could cut it back, but those go underneath these terminals. So the big thing is when you hook this up, you want to make sure you got those nice and snug under those terminals, especially your ground, because your ground is for your safety, for keep you from getting shocked or anything like that if something goes awry. Other than that, that's pretty much it. It should be pretty straightforward to put one of these boxes on your saws. Certainly check out our videos. I got other videos on this as well, but this should get you up and going. Once again, like if you want to get one of these boxes for your saws, which give you the hood switch, the e-stop, the start button, and automatic turn off, go to hplapidary.com. Look for switch boxes. You'll find them in there in terms of the replacement parts. You can add these to any saw. It requires you drill a couple of holes for your bolts. Position that. We have instructions up there, but this can be retrofitted on any older saw if you've got enough space for the box. Again, that's hplapidary.com is where you can find this.